psychology is, I think, the biggest thing that goes into business and just basically everything. From the little experience that I have and the things that I've been trying to look at, like in the past, I've looked at sales, marketing, paid ads, starting a business, and it kind of all comes down to understanding psychology and why people do certain decisions. And now, since I've been taking on this new giant, this new dragon that I have to slay of YouTube, it's been interesting to say the least, because it kind of correlates to all of it. It all correlates in a certain fashion, in the way that psychology is the base of all of it. Like, for example, you have to understand what makes a video good and the psychology behind it. You have to understand why somebody clicked on a video and why they actually stayed to the end of the video. And of course, there are things such as why they clicked on it, matching your video with the ideal viewer, of course. Like, for example, Grade A Under A, who is a humor YouTuber who I was kind of studying today, and Brewstew, who are both humorous YouTubers who do like cartoonish animations, and they both have similar target audiences on teenagers to young adults. And they crack these inappropriate jokes, and they have this psychology behind their videos, which they kind of have no filter, and they just say whatever the hell they want to say. But it's funny because they know who they're targeting. But if they were targeting like younger kids, or I don't know, like soft people who don't really know how to take a joke, then their videos would probably not perform. But I'm still kind of in the basis of understanding it. I'm still by no means a master. And I was also kind of looking at Ryan Trahan, Matthew Beam, taking notes on these guys. So let me see if I can show those. So yeah, I was taking some notes. Pretty decent amount of them. And something that I was kind of understanding on why, for example, Brewstew is outperforming Grade A Under A. And when people are probably like, why are you looking at these guys and not business YouTubers? But the thing that Josh told me is that you need to understand all sorts of niches of YouTube, like Emma Chamberlain, Alex Ramosi, Iman Gadzhi, Mr. Beast, all the best YouTubers out there, and you have to understand what makes them so great. Like, storytelling is one of the biggest things that I've seen that they're all fantastic at. For example, Iman Gadzhi is super freaking good at storytelling. Same with Grade A Under A, same with Brewstew. They all have their own way of telling these stories, and they all have like different humors behind it. Like, for example, Grade A Under A and Brewstew are more loud and obnoxious, and they say more bad words, and they're more less professional, I guess you could say. While on the other side, people like Alex Ramosi, Iman Gadzhi, and Paul Daly are more professional. They're more well-rounded. Their words come out smoother. They have a bigger vocabulary. They use more proficient ways of, like, they sit up straighter, and you can actually see them. Grade A Under A and Brewstew, you can't see them since it's all animated. But things like that kind of go into the psychology on who it is that you're trying to view, who it is that you want to view your videos. Like, for example, Emma Chamberlain's audience is completely different from Brewstew's audience. Like, it just goes to show that if they were to, because of course, I guess the basis and the strategies that they use, like the mastering clickbait to mastering retention to knowing how to finance your videos, because there are multiple strategies, like the Mr. Beast strategy, the capturing new viewers, Thumbnail Genius, which Thumbnail Genius is basically just mastering clickbait. Capturing new viewers is a little bit different, but attention back is the same thing as mastering retention. And there's a bunch of things that kind of go hand in hand. There's 3-step strategies that Paddy Galloway talks about for all these different YouTubers. I feel like he's right about most things, but there's things that I personally think he's missing. I'm not at the point where I know what. And I've been watching, because PJ, also a buddy of mine, who's working with Josh, was recommending me these YouTubers to watch. And somebody what's his name? I forgot what his name was. a YouTuber. I don't know. I think Paddy Galloway and Learn by Leo are my favorites so far. So if anybody's doing this as well, watch those guys. But this other YouTuber who is trying to explain YouTube, I feel like he wasn't really giving any tangible strategies. Like, for example, Paddy Galloway. Paddy Galloway's strategies are a lot better because he actually goes into more detail. But there isn't really any YouTuber who goes, well, at least that I've yet to see, really understands the psychology of it, and that's kind of what I'm trying to understand, the psychology behind the editing. And the editing that they do is it gives more personality to the video. Like, for example, Brewster's editing is basically to go in hand with the story he's telling. Same with all of them. Same with Iman Gadzhi. Whenever he was telling a story about how a plane flies up, he was animating it. He was kind of showing us visuals of a plane going up. And Brewster, when he was talking about how he spun out in his car once, he animated it, and he actually gave us visual representation of what it was like of his car getting spun out. So things like that, the graphics and the edits and all that goes hand in hand to paint a more clear vision and to retain the viewer. But yeah, I'm yapping too much right now. I gotta get back to studying. I am definitely seeing improvements. That's what I'm going for right now. As long as I know I'm not gonna see results immediately, but as long as I get better every day, at least by some degree, then I'll be happy. That's my perspective on it, at least for right now. But yeah, peace.